Hey, Mom.
Hey, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. How about yourself?
Well, the other night you called, I'm sorry, I was working the double, I didn't get home.
No, that's all right. I figure, I'd talk to you sometime today or tomorrow.
I tried calling yesterday, but I didn't want to keep calling because I don't want to disturb anybody. If Rebecca can get some sleep or you get some sleep, now's the time to get it when you can.
Oh, yeah. We've worked out like a little shift here. I mean, I go to bed around 3 a.m. and then she gets up around like 7. So, I mean, time's out pretty good.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I mean, at first it was difficult in the hospital. I mean, but, we had to learn that, obviously, that he's not going to sleep too much. But, I mean, we got him where he drinks enough formula. He falls asleep for max, sometimes 4 hours, so that's pretty good. And,
So she's using formula and breast milk, too, or?
Yeah, just for now until her milk comes in. I mean, it's like a beginner formula for parents that want to introduce formula to their kids as they're breastfeeding. And it works good. And we went to the pediatrician today, is that it? And they gave us sample. They gave us like 10 more boxes what we were giving them, so that was awesome. There's 4 bottles in each, so there's like almost like at least like 2-3 weeks worth.
Well, that's good. Cause then, afterwards she could also get a pump too if she wanted to keep one bottle.
She is pumping. I used some of it. I used some of it last night actually.
Okay.
She pumped about.
Yeah, I never did that. Lauren did that. I never did that.
It worked out
I never used them. Like I told her, I said I didn't do all that, but things have changed now, so. Yeah. But it's weird because you were the same way. You would only fall asleep in a car seat for a whole month. Yeah, I was telling her, you have to put you in the Toyota Celica, you and Samson drive around the Riverside till you fell asleep, and then I bring you in the house and be real careful to sit you down. That's when I got my break. Yeah,
the first night was pretty bad. She's had some breakdowns here and there, but I mean, it's understandable. I mean, I think it was more the breastfeeding was causing a problem until we introduced formula. It's like a little stressful when he's not getting enough, and then he wakes up.
Well, that's what happened to you. See, nobody told me that, and that's why I was telling her you went down almost below your birth weight. And we had to rush to the Children's Hospital because Dr. Weingarten freaked out on me, and I'm like, my milk isn't coming in, and you wouldn't keep the formula down, you kept spitting it up. So you went down to your birth weight. Within 3 weeks, you were below your birth weight, and they were freaking out on me. And it wasn't my fault. When we went to Children calls up Dr. Weingarten and tells him, look, this is just how it is. The baby will be fine. He's keeping something in him, and he'll start to put on the weight.
Yeah, you can't get stressed out about it. I mean, everybody's learning with their kid how much he wants and what he can handle.
Well, no, what it was with you were colicky, and the formula wasn't helping. The breast milk doesn't give you colic, but it's, the formula wasn't taking well with you. It just wouldn't. Anything you, even the breast milk, you were spitting up for 3 weeks and colicky and crying all the time. And after 3 weeks, you started putting on your weight, and then you doubled. Like I told Rebecca, Leanne, I think you were 12 pounds, but Leanne was 16 pounds in 4 weeks.
Well, he's almost up to the birth weight when we left the hospital. So I mean, he's like about I think 2 or 3 ounces away from it. So that's pretty good. He's like, I mean, when you leave, he's like heavier when he's born, and then like he dropped maybe 4 ounces or so because he probably had to pee and all that other stuff. But
yeah, it'll pick up once your milk comes in. Plus, you're giving him the formula.
Well, he's gained an ounce a day since we left the hospital. I mean, he's gaining at least an ounce a day, so that's a really good sign. The doctor, he said usually we have you come back the following week, but since he's gaining so much weight, we don't need you to come in for a month, which is an extremely good sign, he said. And he's got no...
Was it a lady doctor? Was it a female doctor?
We requested the female one that was there, but she wasn't available, so we used this guy, and he's really sweet. He's really nice. He did a great job. He's really friendly with him.
Huh? Well, yeah, sorry, used to both of them anyway. Not just favor one.
No, that's how I figure. We'll use both of them in there. I mean, it's whoever's available. They're all great. I mean, it's very, very, very friendly there.
What kind of formula is it? What's it called?
I can't, off the top of my head, I can't think of what it's called. But it's a really good formula.
What do you add? What, you mix it up in water?
No, it's already pre-made and everything.
Oh, it's already pre-made. Okay.
Oh yeah, you just twist the cap off, put the nipple on there, we're good to go. So it makes things a lot easier for me to take care of him while she's sleeping and catching up on her sleep and doing whatever she needs to do.
Yeah, well, once her milk comes in, you'll be using that breast pump because it'll be leaking all over the place.
yeah, we have tons of bottles, and what's good about the bottles that we're putting the formula in, we can if she starts pumping like crazy, we have so many extra containers.
You can freeze them.
Yeah,
you
that's
can,
what. Yeah,
well,
yeah. We learned that. We learned that too. That you can freeze them. That you can do pretty much anything to them. You just got to make sure you put them at the right temperature when you give them to them.
Well, yeah, you have to let it, thaw out or put it in the microwave, and you got to make sure it's cooled off enough. And see, I never had to do that. I don't know hardly any of that stuff. I only know that from Artie.
From Artie, yeah.
Artie was a preemie. He had to stay in the hospital. Remember
he was
how many weeks?
He was a preemie? I didn't even know that Arthur was a preemie.
Well, that wasn't because of Artie. That was because of Lenore being how old she was.
Yeah, she was pretty old having him, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was 40.
Oh, jeez.
Almost 40, that's why. I mean, he was only a preemie by like maybe 10 days, so he wasn't that bad. You know what I mean?
I had a question for you, too. When I was born, wasn't the umbilical cord around my neck? Or was that Leanne? Or I can't remember. I thought you said that.
No, neither one of you had that. You were just so big you were stuck.
He had the umbilical cord wrapped around his neck, so like the first, the 2 days that we were at the hospital, he had like a little bit of a, like fluid problem, like, he kept like spitting up a little bit, but they said that was normal because it, messed up little circulation around his throat. So we were a little worried at first, but I mean, he's got it down now. You can't tell at all. He's healing completely fine, and he never spits
up. You
up.
were bruised, your head was bruised, and you had a big bruise on your cheek because you were stuck in the birth canal because you were so big. That's why. Both you and Ian,
he's about a pound less than me. I mean, he was 7 pounds 11 ounces when he was born. So. And
I told her, well, that's what happened to you. You went down, you lost a whole pound. That's why they were freaking out because you were born 9'2", and within 2 weeks you went down a pound because you couldn't keep nothing down. Nothing.
Leanne, how much did Leanne weigh when she was born?
9'6".
Jesus. Were we about? Do you remember how long we were?
I think 21. Both you guys were.
Yeah, that's usually about what babies are. He was 20 and a half.
Yeah. 21 and 22 and a half or something like that. You guys were both big. Like you were born like 3 months old.
His fingernails are already like grown in. He's got fingernails. We gotta wait until he sleeps one night to cut them off.
Yeah, I was telling Rebecca you were born in a snowstorm with no electric at the hospital.
Yeah, we had a tornado warning. I mean,
she was telling me there was 2 tornadoes that touched down around here, right near our house, but towards western Pennsylvania. They touched down pretty bad the same day. You were right. That was the hospital that Grandma died in.
I know. I remember
the outside of it. They changed everything, and I remember it was Mount Holly Hospital.
Yeah, it's definitely Mount Holly. I remember that hospital very
well. Did my mom come up to see the baby?
Yes,
you guys from Mount Holly?
Oh yeah, yes she did. I knew she would be there. She couldn't wait.
Okay. Huh?
She couldn't wait. I kind of figured she'd be there right away.
Yeah, I know. I haven't talked to her. I've been on the phone too long already. I'll call her later if I can.
Well, when you do
we're
eventually...
We're having a bad thunderstorm here.
Okay. Well, we're clear as can be here, thank God. Hopefully for a while. When, what's I forget what
I'd probably be able to come till September, TJ.
No, that's understandable. I mean, well, I'm
I told Rebecca, when you guys take some pictures, you can just send it through Grandma's computer or whatever, and then Lenore can print them out for me.
Well, yeah, and also, I have that too. I mean, eventually we'll just, I'll mail you some and stuff. I'll get a whole package. I'll send you like a DVD of them and stuff. You guys have a DVD player, don't you?
Somewhere.
Yeah, if not, we have one that we don't use. So I mean, we do all digital format.
No, we have one somewhere. No, we have one. Okay. We do. We just have to find it. It's here.
Because I mean, I filmed everything.
We have no stuff. We got nothing. Crap, man! It's so pouring so bad you can't even see outside.
Yeah.
Panda was getting mad because I was on the phone with Rebecca.
Panda.
And it's hour past time. Their feeding time. You know, they're used to be feeding them at a certain time, and she was looking at me, pacing back and forth, beating up on the beagle, and coming back and looking at me. She's still staring at me right now. And I can't feed them because it's raining because I want to go out right after they eat.
How many animals you got now? You got the 2 dogs, 3 dogs. I just have
Monkey and Panda and the beagle and 3 cats.
So the 2 Boston Terriers, the beagle, and 3 cats?
Yeah, the old man coon, which Bob had when I first met him. He was like 6 months old when I met him, so he's like 11 years old now.
Yeah, his name is...
and the two Siamese.
His name's Preacher, right? Is the Maine Coon, right? Preacher.
Yeah, Preacher, yeah.
And our Maine
you
Coon...
saw him, he was in Delanco with us.
Yeah, our Maine Coon's named Creature, and yours is Preacher.
Yeah, Preacher.
Preacher
the nightmare, man.
What are the Siamese cats? What are the Siamese cats' names?
Sadie.
Fanny?
Sophie. Shady and Sophie.
Shady and Sophie?
Sadie's about 20 pounds and looks like a chocolate point Siamese.
Oh, well, I thought you said Fanny for a minute there, like your fanny pack you used to wear all the time. It's like,
no.
You named your cat after your fanny pack.
Sadie. And then the other one I named Sophie.
Sophie.
She was the littlest one. She reminded me of this woman that Grandma used to work with, and her name was Sophie. So I decided to pick Sophie for her. They're all real good. They're not declawed or nothing like that.
Did she tell you that he pretty much looks exactly like me from when he was born? I mean, when I was born.
Yeah, she was telling me.
My baby pictures, like, he looks exactly like me. It's surreal.
But you have a lot of the baby pictures, right?
I have everything, Mom. I have them all, so they're not going anywhere. I mean, I can even get you a copy.
No, but I think you don't have the ones where you lost your birth weight and you were this real skinny, scrawny baby.
No, I don't have any of them. I don't think so. I mean, you have one.
I hit that, man. I have them because it was like the first 6 weeks or 8 weeks you were just
Well, I still remember, I remember getting pictures at the house in Beverly when we were a little bigger and we had that little black table in the kitchen. I think we were maybe like 3 or 4 years old. I was like 4. Leanne was like maybe like a year, or like 3 or 4, and she was like a year or 2. And I have all those.
Do you have the nice picture he holding you? Get my picture taken?
Yeah, I mean, I have all them. That's what I'm saying when you hired the photographer and stuff. I have those.
Well, you know what I wanted to send you? Remember the picture you had in Delanco that you blew up of your father and you and Leanne?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to send that eventually to you.
Would you have it blown up or something?
No, you had it blown up. It was in a frame. It was in the basement, remember?
Grandma, I think, did that.
Oh.
Yeah, I still have it.
Well, it's in a frame without glass, and I'm going to send that to you because I can't hang it up here.
Well, you know me, I'm all video, but we have the iPhones, and her mom has a nice still camera that we can take nice photos with a nice flash on it. So I'll be taking a lot of pictures of him. She's going to bring it over sometime this week and let us use it as long as we need.
But you know what's weird, though? That he's sleeping in the car seat like you did.
I know.
Well, same thing you did, man.
I think it was because of the umbilical situation around his neck. I mean, it was a little difficult
for him. And also
because
he's a little bit, colicky, too. No?
What is it called? Colicky?
Huh?
Colicky? What is it?
Colicky. It's always crying all the time because he's not, he's hungry and he's,
Yeah, even if he's not hungry or...
Yeah, breast milk goes through babies faster than formula. That's why the formula, he'll sleep a little bit longer.
I know, I've seen the diapers, I know.
It's both. It's okay to do both as long as she continues to breastfeed because your kid will be a lot healthier, man. That's why you kids never got sick, man.
Yeah, well, the formula's working good, though, too, for when we can't give it to them. So it's fine to mix it up. So it's supposed to be
it's fine to mix it up. It's great because that way he'll be healthy.
Mm-hmm.
He'll be able to put on weight. And, I was just stubborn. I wasn't going to do that. I was just really stubborn. I wasn't going to do it. And anyway, when I took you to Children's Hospital, they told me no, not to, because you were so colicky, you weren't even keeping down the formula. You were spitting out too, so. Mom,
you're not stubborn. You're not stubborn at all.
Right. Well, I'm glad Grandma got to go see him, but I haven't talked to her. Since, I guess the day before she went into labor. That's the last time I talked to my mom was Wednesday.
She's been busy, with work. Like, even the day she came to see, she had to go do something for Uncle John. Like, he had an Amazon package delivered to her by accident. He didn't change his address, but, with her job and stuff, like, taking care of people, so it's, like, a little difficult for her.
What, is Uncle John up here now, or?
No. I guess he never changed his address on Amazon when he ordered something. He didn't realize that, and it sent it to her instead by mistake.
Oh, because he is coming up. That's what she told me. Uncle John is coming up.
I'll have to have him come by here then.
Yeah, well, he'll be coming by with, I don't know, I think Graham said he's got 4 dogs now because he kept 2 of the puppies and then he got another puppy back.
He's going to bring all 4 of those dogs up here with him? Where's he going to stay at?
It's that guy's house who owns that house. The guy that he owns the house that he's staying in?
Yes, I do. I remember.
Yeah, well, wherever he lives, I don't know where he lives, but he's going to their house and have the dogs. He can't leave the dogs down there. He doesn't know anybody.
I think it's in Palmyra, Cinnaminson, or Riverton. It's like right where that old place where he used to fix TVs at on Cinnaminson Ave. I think it is.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, because he can't leave those dogs down there.
He still has some, like, I transferred like 70 hours worth of beta footage from when we were kids, but John said he still has, like, there's like 2 or 3 more tapes missing, and he has all the original tapes that I didn't take from him and transfer at that guy's house, and I told him to dig through them, but he never got a chance to last time, because I want to get them all.
Oh, boy.
It's really cool looking at them.
Has Rebecca watched any of them?
Yeah, she's watched them. I got to get the ones from her mom, too. I mean, I figure that's something we should have. Her mom has a handful. We got one from her dad when we saw him in Florida, and it's really cute, like, seeing her mom, seeing Rebecca when she's a baby. So I know she likes seeing all my stuff, because I loved seeing hers.
Yeah, because that's one thing I did have, was good-looking kids.
Yeah, that's what Grandma said. She's like, we don't make ugly babies. I was like, no, we do not.
Yeah. No, we don't. They used to call you and your sister the Campbell Soup Kids every time we went to the grocery store. But that's what you guys looked like, because you were good-looking kids. You had curly blonde hair, and Leanne had that sandy brown hair, and big blue eyes. You had big blue eyes.
Well, he's got a full head of hair now.
That's what I was asking Rebecca, what color her eyes were, and she said hers are hazel like mine. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's got hazel eyes. Well, his eyes are blue right now as a baby. When he came out, obviously,
they will.
They were darker when he was first born, but they've turned to blue. He's got baby blue eyes. They're getting bluer by the day.
I'm really sorry I couldn't be here for all that.
Yeah, Mom, it's okay. I understand. I videotaped everything, so you can sit here when you come and watch everything. So it's really cool to watch.
I know, but it's it wasn't right of me, but there's nothing I can do about it.
Mom, it's definitely right. I mean, it's no big deal. It's not
and let me tell you something. I'm around so many people, I wouldn't be around that baby anyway. That was one of the things I said to myself. You don't know how many people I come in contact a day, and most of the people around here, they're not healthy. They just,
I understand.
That's what I was telling Rebecca. I said, don't care what anybody thinks or whatever. If you don't want somebody to come near the baby, you just tell them, or you don't want them to come to the house or whatever. Because
she's not afraid to tell somebody. She's not afraid to tell somebody how it is. So
yeah.
I think that's how
I was. I was really overprotective, you know that.
Yeah, I think that's why I love her, because I mean, I guess she reminds me of you in a little bit.
Well, I was. Well, you have to be. Well, look at Jessica and Chris. They were sick all the time.
I just learned the other day that Grandma told me that Chris got breastfed by Anthony's until he was 3 years old.
Oh yeah, I used to have fun. They used to try to get me to do that with you guys. That was Denise.
No wonder he turned out to be like 6'6".
Yeah, but no, that was Denise. That was how, like the older Leigh, they would breastfeed their babies till they were 3 and 4 years old. Okay, I didn't do that. And anyway, she didn't have a big kid like I did. Okay, like I was telling Rebecca. I mean, Leanne weighed 16 pounds at 4 weeks old. Okay, and her 3-month checkup, she was 23 pounds.
Damn.
And they kept asking me, Dr. Weingarten kept saying, "Are you sure you're not feeding her anything?" I said, "No. You guys only had breast milk until you were 6 months old. You got nothing else. Absolutely nothing else except in those pictures you may see you chewing on a soft pretzel, numbing it because you had no teeth, and that's about it. You didn't get baby. I never made baby cereal in my life.
There's baby cereal? I didn't even know there was baby cereal.
Yeah, there's baby cereal. There's baby cereal. And then all your food, the only thing I gave you from Gerber's, all your food was made fresh in the blender when you guys, because you guys didn't have any teeth till you were almost a year old. You weren't cut teeth till you were over a year old. You and your sister. I used to make all your food and put it in the blender, but when you were littler, the only Gerber baby food I would buy in the jar was the tapioca fruit. That was it. Anything else was whatever I made for dinner. That's what you guys got. You didn't really eat any food until you were 6 months old.
Well, the blenders are a lot more improved since back then. I mean, we got that nice Ninja blender. I mean, it was like $100, and it really it blends anything up to a purified liquid. It's like unreal.
That's what I'm saying. You don't have to buy baby food.
Yeah,
whatever you're eating,
Make them something. We'll have to look up some recipes eventually.
This baby will probably have teeth. I mean, you guys didn't have teeth like that. Like you should have heard Rebecca on the phone. What? You did not cut your first tooth until you were over a year old. and Debbie Gardner and Colleen Bennett, they all used to make fun of me. Your kids don't have no teeth.
Debbie, since I've been posting pictures on Facebook, they all been checking them out and stuff. So that's really cool that I get to share all that with all of them. They're like, I think a lot of them are saying, yeah, he looks just like you when you were born.
That's good, yeah. Well, Adam looked like Kenny. Oh, when he was little, Adam looked just like his father. And Heather was a gardener all the way, man. All the way was she a gardener. All the way. That's Debbie's maiden name. Her family was Debbie's family. But Adam, he was spitting image of his father when he was little. Nice. When he was born, he was spitting image. But see, they all had problems with their teeth. They all were. They were. They just because none of them breastfed. None of them ate like I did, and they didn't. You know, they just didn't. And they used to make fun of you that you didn't have any teeth. You know, they used to make fun of you and say, "Well, his teeth will come in eventually." When they did, you guys said, "I didn't have to worry about having bad teeth." You know. Well, there's no problem with that, man.
Rebecca's got good medical coverage and everything, so I mean, when we get to that point, you know, and now there's Obamacare and everything too. You know, there's all kinds of plans out there today.
Well, that's good, because I don't have nothing.
Yeah, I know. I still have nothing right now. I have to go to DeBoer on the 21st. And,
well, you can still keep going to DeBoer, so you're all right.
Yeah, I can still do that program and also have Obamacare from what I read up on, so, I mean, which is really cool.
Whatever, you know, just keep yourself healthy. But like I said, with the baby, like I was telling her, there's a lot of people up here with the Amish and the Mennonites, they don't get shots, they don't have...
Yeah, we have, the doctor told us today we got to get 2, I have to get 2 shots, and Rebecca has to get 3.
You have to get a whooping cough shot and a flu shot.
Yeah, the flu, and there was something else that's going around these days.
Whooping cough.
What's that?
The whooping cough.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
It is. It's the flu shot and a whooping cough shot. Yeah. I've never had a flu shot in my life, and the whooping cough shot I haven't had since I was a little kid.
Well, did I have them when I was a baby, didn't I?
It doesn't matter, but they want adults to get them over again.
Yeah, they wear off. I mean, I wasn't aware that once you get an immune
shot. But what it is it's because other people didn't have shots and the whooping coughs around again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and disease
it was disappeared for 30 years. Nobody ever had it. When you had all these foreigners and all these people coming in this country that didn't have their shots, that's why it's back. That's why it's spread. And they just had it on TV the other night. I watched it. That's why they're telling adults. Even just for their own health, to go get a whooping cough shot. I won't get one. I won't get one. But, maybe I'll probably have to ask Bob's doctor, because I'm probably going to have to get one before I come down and visit you, because I don't want to take
Yeah, just to be safe if you can, get whatever you...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I won't need a flu shot, but the whooping cough is something that, is going to be, you know, people are getting it again. They are. It's horrible. A lot of those childhood diseases are back, again, because of these people not giving their kids their shots and the foreigners coming in with their shots. That's why I'm saying, like I said to Rebecca, I said I was kind of glad she wasn't around. Like, you guys live out, not everybody coming in and out of the house, because when I had you as a baby, I didn't let nobody come in. They all thought I was nuts. Nobody's coming in my house.
Yeah, well, I still haven't really had it. We haven't had anybody here yet. I have one of my buddies coming by probably tomorrow, and then her dad comes here Thursday. But Matt, my buddy Matt Stoltz, he has a newborn. Like, well, his kid's a year old now. We just went to his 1-year-old birthday.
Well, that's the one you got to worry about. He's got to wash his hands and put a mask on.
Well, we're not putting a mask on him, but we're going to make him wash his hands, obviously.
Germs are spread through the mouth and air, Dubby.
Yeah, that's true. All right, well, I'll ask him to wear a mask. And I told him my mom told you got to wear this mask.
But he's too little right now, and he's around a lot more people where he lives, right?
Yeah, well, his job and stuff. He works at a CVS, like in the factory area, like doing stuff. So.
And if he goes to hold the baby, make sure you put a clean blanket on his shoulder and his lap so the baby's not touching his clothes.
Okay, I will.
That's why you always, I don't know, some pictures you'll see, we always had a blanket, like a fresh clean blanket went on my lap or the other person's lap while they were holding the baby so the baby wasn't laying on. Because fibers are airborne. Germs are on the fibers.
I know, I'm very, very aware of that. I know. I just cleaned the whole place. We We were waiting on our vacuum. Actually, as she was going through labor, I started cleaning that vacuuming with it, and then I was like, she couldn't handle it.
What do you have? What kind of vacuum do you have?
We grabbed a shark vacuum, one of those nice shark ones, but not like a brand new
That's
one.
what Bob just bought me. 3 months ago, he bought us a shark, and let me tell you something. That's the best vacuum I've ever seen in my life.
For getting up cat hair, it's amazing. The whole place is like...
All the cat and dog hair we have here, it's the best thing I ever had in my life.
Yeah, if you have an animal, man, it's clutch, because like the hair that goes...
But that's not what you have to worry about, your animals. And you really, I mean, the hair, yeah, but I mean, you don't have to really worry about that. That's why your kid probably will never be allergic to them either, because we never were either. But, it's just other people bringing in germs, and also, your shoes carry a lot, too.
No, I know. I agree. All it's going to take is, like, I don't want to learn that way, but I know one time you get sick, we're going to be, like, freaking crazy parents and, like, making sure nobody's, like, doing anything wrong.
No, you guys, you never really, after that episode, you never really got sick. It was Leanne that got sick.
Leanne was the sick one?
She got the pneumonia. Remember, we moved into Delanco. We had just moved there, and we were only there a couple months. We moved in, in fact, on her birthday, December 1st, when we moved in, and she was only 2.
Wait, where did we move in December 1st? What house?
We moved in Delanco December 1st.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I remember,
on her birthday. She was 3 years old.
I have brief memories. I have one, like I said, the pictures, and then I have another one where Grandma Brown, and I think maybe it was just Grandma Brown, was driving us through Delanco, like right before the bridge. Like, I guess she just left the house. It's the only memory I really have is that, and then...
Really? Grandma Brown? They really weren't even at the house hardly ever.
No, but I mean, I guess before we bought it, it was warm out, though, because I remember it was still warm.
Oh.
It was when you guys were thinking about buying it.
Yeah, we moved in there December 1st. It was on her birthday, and it was raining and nasty, and couple weeks, so we were there a couple months. I guess it was in the middle of winter, and Leanne caught pneumonia.
Oh, Jesus.
And Dr. Weingarten insisted on giving him that pink, stupid antibiotic medicine that had penicillin in it, pink antibiotic stuff.
Rebecca had to get penicillin while
she turned bright red after the first dose. She turned bright red. They had to give it to her because she had a fever of 105. And they had to give it to her, and he came to the house. That's what I was telling Rebecca. He made house calls for me a lot. And came to the house, and he wrote out, I went and he gave me the prescription, and he had something with him. I gave it to him, and by the next day, Leanne was bright red as a tomato.
Mom, can you hold on 1 second? I'm gonna run inside. I'm like having a wind down session. I'm gonna grab another beer out of the fridge.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna grab another beer out of the fridge.
I've been talking to you guys forever. I'll call you back tomorrow, okay?
No, I mean, you're fine. I just was gonna go run inside and grab a beer out of the fridge. I mean, I'm sitting outside winding down. I wanted to talk to somebody. I mean, it's up to you.
All right, a little bit longer. My phone will
Yeah, I know, because she's been talking to you. Hold on, give me 1 second.
Look at that big moth.
All right, I'm back.
Yeah, I remember because Leanne's 23 months difference from you.
Yeah.
And we wanted to get. I carried on terrible for a whole year. I looked for a house because I wasn't going to let you start Beverly school.
No, I thank you for that, because I wouldn't have wanted to go to Beverly. It would have been a different life for me.
Well, yeah, it took me almost 2 years to find. I waited for that house in Delanco. 2 years. I was freaking out trying to find a house I wanted in Delanco that I could afford.
Well, it took us.
And even then, I couldn't afford it. But I sold the other one and made $25,000 or $28,000 on it, and I put the whole $28,000 down on the house in Delanco. The only reason why we got it is because Uncle Paul was president of a bank called the Heritage Bank, and he knew Harry Myers, the guy that was president of the Delanco Savings Loan, and they held the mortgage on that house. And I went to him, and he told me, your husband's sickly, you're not going to... Well, I couldn't get a mortgage from anybody because of your dad. Every time I went to go get a mortgage, they wouldn't give it to me because he was a juvenile diabetic and he had a bad health history.
That's pretty much our situation now because of my credit and everything. I mean, the house is all in Rebecca's name. I mean, I couldn't put any part to it. So.
Well, yeah, that's how it should be. So anyway, Harry Myers, I go into his office and I say, he goes, well, I just saw that you're going to make $28,000. He goes, you're going to have to give me the whole thing. And the Delanco house was $60,000. So I put, it was like 20 something, 23 or 24, because that's what the closing cost. So I went with something that was called a no doc. And the only reason why I got it is because of, Uncle Paul knew Harry Myers. And they knew that house. They weren't going to lose money on that house.
Wasn't he,
that's how I got it.
Uncle Paul, wasn't he friends with, like, some of the Phillies players, like Steve Carlton and some other people? I can't remember.
Yep.
That's right. That's pretty cool.
But he don't talk to me no more, so.
Really? I know. I haven't.
Yeah, we disowned him. Came to grandma's when your dad did that to me, and he said, you shamed the Denver name, and you caused all these problems. I never want to see you again, and that was the last time I saw him.
Oh, God.
He moved down the shore and never talked to me again.
You didn't take it to heart, did you?
I was real close to my Uncle Paul.
I know. I do remember him visiting us and bringing us gifts and stuff as we were little kids.
Well, he helped, he took me everywhere. I was a Denver. Lenore didn't associate with the Denvers. I was always with the Denvers in Bridgeboro. With my grandparents there, my great-grandparents, my aunt and uncles, all over, I was always with them, too. But, yeah, he was pissed. And then he really disowned me when right before that, Grandpa Denver died on September 11th. And he was mad because he said I should have stopped my mom from cremating my dad and not having a funeral. And he got mad at me over that. Came to the house in Delanco and freaked out at me.
Where was the money going to come from for that? I mean, not everybody has like $7,000, $8,000 for a funeral.
No, that wasn't it. She didn't even tell anybody. I had to tell them. You don't know all that. I had to call all my Denver relatives, all my dad's relatives, and tell them my dad died, but my mom's not even having anything, and she didn't want to talk. She never talked to any of them. I had to do that. And they were pissed off. And I said, well, I'm not in control of that. I'm not, I can't handle that. Yeah, they never talked, none of them. They just, it was horrible.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. You said you're going to come in like September, right? You said possibly?
I'm going to try, TJ. I'm going to have to rent a car. Hopefully by then we have some money out of his mom's estate.
Well, we may even be able to visit you by then. We'll figure something out. Well, Grandpa Dendler...
No, you don't need to be taking that baby like that.
No, I know. We're not going to be taking him anywhere unless necessary. It's only going to be the pediatrician, and that's it. I know. The only place we're going to take him is the pediatrician. Like when she went to see her grandmother, her grandmother's getting admitted to hospice. I mean, she could go any day. And I was alone with him after only being like 2 days, 3 days old. And that's like it. I was like, we were debating on bringing him there just so she could at least meet him, once before she goes. But her mom and me all agreed. I guess it's not a good idea. She just, brought pictures. I feel really awful because I really wish we could have done that. But even her grandmother thinks it was a bad idea, I believe. But she's not. Her grandmother's not really there right now. I mean, she's the cancer's like spreading to her brain and. It's like shrinking her brain, and I don't know, nothing is really going on with
whatever hospital she's in. I mean, you could bring anything home, TJ.
That's another thing. That's another thing we thought of.
Yeah, my mom doesn't talk about it. She never talked to me about it, and she never wanted to deal with it. My brother died he was like 3 months old, and he caught a staph infection from my dad taking him into the Naval Hospital to visit his buddies.
I didn't know that. I didn't even know. I thought that she just had like a miscarriage. I didn't know that you actually had a brother.
No.
So I would have had.
He died on Christmas Day. He died at Christmas Day at Grandma Betty's house. While they were all sitting down to eat dinner.
I had no idea about that. Well, obviously it's something you don't ever bring up. That's something you never bring up to her. Grandma
Betty told me when I was like 20 years old.
Oh my God! What was his name?
Billy,
yeah, like after Grandpa. I want to grow my mustache like his. By the time you see me, I'll probably have a handlebar going a little bit here. I don't think I'm gonna shave at all.
Yeah, my mom never talked to me about it. That's why she didn't get close with me. That's why I was always staying with my grandparents all the time because she didn't want to get close to me. You understand when somebody loses a baby like that?
Well, Mom, that's hard to talk about. I completely understand. But the phone's about to die. It's on its last cell. It's like 1%. It's going to die. But I just want to tell you, update you on everything, tell you I love you, miss you. Can't wait for you to meet him.
Yeah, Yeah, I don't want you taking that baby, like any unnecessary,
Okay,
trip.
well, let me know when you want to talk again. I mean, I'm going to have a lot more free time now. I mean, well, not a lot of free time, but I mean, I'm not going to be going anywhere, so.
Yeah, you'll be house husband.
Yeah, I pretty much am. I'm Mr. Mom right now, so I mean, I'm letting.
Yeah, you're Mr. Mom. Well, your dad did that too,
I love it. I love taking care of him.
Your dad had to do it because he got hurt, that's when he broke his hand or whatever. I had to go back to work at night. He took care of you guys. He potty trained Leigh in.
Oh man, I can't even. I don't even want to think that far ahead. Potty training and all that stuff. We got a long way to go.
Not really. It comes around fast. And you are stubborn, dude. Let me tell you.
Yeah, I can imagine.
No, peeing's no problem. It's the pooping. Peeing's no problem, man. You just say, here's a cup, go in it, man. Here's a can, piss out the door.
Well, don't worry. Your son's a videographer, so I'll capture all those great moments you miss and make a highlight.
Oh, I know. I can't wait to see the whole thing when you have it all put together.
The birth was something else. We put the camera on the side of us and got him being born and everything. It was really cool to watch. I watched it the other night.
Well, see, I didn't have any of that. I didn't have that at my wedding. I didn't have that when you guys were born.
The cameras were a lot bigger back then, Mom, and they were more expensive. I mean, they're a lot cheaper today. You can film any. There's cameras as low as like $25, $50. I mean, but
Well, I know, but Uncle John had the beta camera, but I didn't let anybody in. We were having a major snowstorm and no electric, man. Nobody was allowed to drive for 3 days.
I would have loved to have seen that. That's why I'm glad I got his. So I mean, I'm sure it's something he'd want to see someday. So I'm going to try and record
mine
as much of
wasn't pleasant, TJ. You were stuck. Mine wasn't pleasant.
It was
Your
funny.
father had to put his foot on the table, and the doctor had to pull out. Your father had to hold my arms this way, and the doctor had to put his foot on the table to pull you out in the dark.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Well, I was her coach, and I held her other leg up as the one doctor held her leg up, and that was it, man. Push, and here he comes, and then put her on.
Well, she had a short labor too. I mean,
she did. She was in labor for like 30-something hours. I mean, it was early stages of labor. So I mean, I don't know. I have to look at when it started.